Welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I have discussed the blueprint or question pattern of midterm exam, as well as I have also shown you the questions of reading skills, that means unseen passage. And now in this video I will show you and I will also discuss the question pattern of reading skill unseen, and this is question number 2. In my previous video the question number is question number 1 and then it is 2. Both the questions are mandatory for your midterm exam, and this video is for 9th and for class 10th. So watch till end to get the proper information. So let's start. In question number 2, in the unseen passage, you can look that the mark allotted to it is 10. So this is also a passage which you have to attempt in the exam, and this passage is not like the passage number 1, because the passage number 1 was descriptive passage, but this passage is analytical passage or data based passage. Some informations will be provided and you will have to remember the information, you will have to go through the informations, and then you have to write down the answers accordingly. So you can pause the passage from the video and just go through the passage, and then you can write down the answer, and when I will upload the answers of the passages, you can check it out by yourself. So many young people aged between 6 and 25 belong to the Scout movement. It is a worldwide organization which was set up to help young people achieve their full potential as they grow up. The organization was established in 1907 by a British general called Robert Baden-Powell. While in the army, he wrote a publication about scouting, which means searching and keeping watch, and how to survive in the wild, called Aids to Scouting. He realized how popular this was, and the result was another book, Scouting for Boys. So you have to remember all the informations given in the passage. You can underline it by pencil or pen, and thus it will help you to answer it quickly. Next, continue, which had less emphasis on the military. To test his ideas, he held week-long camp for 21 boys from various schools in London, Poole and Bournemouth. This took place in August 1907 on Brownsea Island in southern England. These boys had the chance to enjoy outdoors, which became another of the movement's objectives. Next para, the Scout movement quickly got established in Europe. It then spread over throughout the world, starting in Chile in 1909. To begin with, the focus was on boys aged 11 to 18. However, as the movement grew, it was clear that younger boys, older boys, and girls all wanted to be involved. Baden-Powell's sister set up the Girl Guides in 1910, and in 1914 she started Rosebuds, later renamed Brownies, for younger girls. The movement's intention to help young people play useful roles in society applies equally to girls and boys. By 2010, there were 32 million scouts, and by 2006, there were 10 million guides around the world from a total of 216 different countries. And next, para 4, 2007 marked 100 years of the Scout movement, and events took place around the world to celebrate this centenary. To mark the occasion, a colorful badge was produced for Scouts to sew onto their uniforms or bags. The design included the official Scout emblem, as well as the phrase "One World, One Promise," and images of doves and the globe. Next and the last para, 2007 was also the 150th anniversary of Baden-Powell's birth. To honor both occasions, a flame was lit at Baden-Powell's grave in Neydy. This is the place in Kenya where he spent the last few years of his life. The flame was then carried through several countries until it reached the UK. And then what is important is that there is a table of membership, population, scouting introduced, and guiding introduced. And there are total 5 countries: India, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and United States. You can go through the information given in the table, and then after that you can go through the questions which are based on this passage. So the question number 1 is of 1 mark, and it is of infer one reason. You have to answer based on the reason why it is said so in the passage, and it is mentioned that it is in paragraph 4. So in the paragraph 4 you can get the answer of the reason of this statement. Next, from paragraph 1 we can infer that scout movement was set up. Now fill in the blanks. You can have to fill in the blanks from with proper information from the passage. Next question number 3, it is also a word or phrase you have to put in a correct manner, also from paragraph 4. Paragraph is also mentioned, and the marks allotted to it is mark 1. Next, question number 4 also, after reading the passage, bring a contrast between the books Aids to Scouting and Scouting for Boys. So you have to differentiate. Contrast means you have to write the difference between the 2 books. What are the contents of the 2 books? You have to write. And the marks is 2. What does the writer mean by the following phrase? Next question. So you have to write down the meaning of the following phrase. Next, question number 6. You have to answer according to the chart. So it is based on the chart which is provided in the passage. At the end of the passage a chart is provided, a table is there. You have to go through the chart, and then you can answer the following questions. List 2 reasons why a flame was lit at Baden-Powell's grave in 2007. And the last question, it is also fill in the blanks. The establishment of Scout movement from 1907 to 2006 showed dash results, and there are 4 options given. So all these are based on the informations given in the passage. So you can go through the passage by pausing my video, and then you can write down the answer. You can also check the answer. I will provide all the answers in my next videos. So just keep in touch with the video, get connected, and subscribe the video, so that if I upload any video you will get the notification first. Okay, so thank you. And if you want such videos, and if you want any particular chapter, comment in the link below, and thus we can discuss the chapters in my future videos. Okay, thank you.